Give it a minute here, see if anyone tunes in. It is Saturday, September 23rd. Was not planning on working yesterday or today until like yesterday afternoon. The guys wanted to work, so we're actually in transit right now, picking up the load of material. Guys got started about 7:30. Check on them there, meet the homeowner, and pull yesterday's leftover return and pick up. So right now, currently, we're bringing about 41 square of Certainty shingles, Landmark Pro, to the job today. It's beautiful weather for it. It's a little cooler today, about 77 degrees, low humidity. A good day. As much as I don't like to work the weekend, I don't usually work the weekend, I don't mind. Just really like to have family time, trying to keep that balance, the family work life up. So they're like, hey, let's go to work. Okay, got a job, no deliveries out, extra empty trailer, so that's what we're doing. We're picking it up, working this one in last minute, really trying to get everything done before the weather turns, because I was actually just talking to another fellow contractor here in my hometown at Reese Wholesale, and a lot of people work through the winter. I slow down, some people shut down. Now, a couple things. If you're in the industry, it might be different where you live. Like if you're in Florida, somewhere in the south, somewhere where it's always warm or above 60 degrees, probably no issue. All right, I'd do it too. But here where around Thanksgiving time, we're at the freezing temperature or below pretty much for about 3 months, 4 months. It's really not good. And then something else to pay attention to that a lot of guys don't, even before the cold, if you're out in the fields in the country and you get a lot of wind, that's one thing to be concerned about. But here's another one that people don't talk about, is when they go to harvest. And if you don't believe me, next time you're out in the harvest season, when the harvesters are out, the combines are running, go out at night and take a flashlight, just shine it out into the air. You're going to see dust particles everywhere. That may not seem like much, and some of you guys out there are probably like, I disagree. Trust me. There's little exclusions in these multi-billion-dollar shingle manufacturer companies that have a little cold weather installation clause, or around harvest time, that might be something. But whether they say the harvest or not, that little powder dust, and I know from personal experience, it's happened to me years ago, blows up under the shingles late at night, floating around, blowing, little breeze off the fields coming, and those combines kicking up all that dust from the shell, the debris blowing out the back, coats that seal strip, and that seal strip is not going to stick like it should. It will stick a little bit, but not like it should. It's almost in a sense like the talc that they put down on the seal strip, the cellophane wrappers, so when they package them in the manufacturer, you can easily split them apart. Well, the dust coats the seal strip, rendering it pretty much useless for the way it should perform. And if you're going to mix that with a job out in the country where you got cornfields and a lot of wind through the winter, bad idea. You're going to fight that for months to come, possibly have warranty claims that need to be filed, and they're not going to cover it. So just a little tip, if you guys are out there in the roofing industry, where you live, times of the year, weather patterns, you might want to plan on slowing down the installs when it's out in the country or during harvest time. Me personally, we don't shut down. I don't shut down, but we do a lot less. It's more repair work, more estimating, working on the systems in the business. If a roof is leaking, blowing up to a storm, then yeah, obviously if it's an emergency situation where water's pouring in, we'll do a roof. We're not going to say, oh, hey, you got to wait. But we don't just frivolously go out and do roof installs. So anyway, hope everyone is doing well. Check chat here for a quick second. We're just heading west out of Kokomo. Top chat, live chat, show up. Good morning, Super Roofer. How are you doing? You guys out working today, or are you enjoying this beautiful weather? Let's see here. If anyone's in here, I don't know, that's local to my area, when I was heading to Reese to go get this load of roofing, there's a lot of Harrison Township fire to rescue heading west out at Kokomo. So check the scanner, and apparently Maple Grove and Galveston is burning right now. So hope everyone is safe and okay. That's been a favorite place to go when I was little to repair my lawnmowers, go-karts, anything like that. Kind of sad. It's a historic farm-looking building out on just east of Galveston. We will be somewhat close to it, close enough to see a plume of smoke, but that was probably an hour ago, so hopefully, as I said, everyone's safe and out of the building and they've got it under control. Sad to see, though. We just got a couple miles west and then shoot north, and we'll be at the job today. I'll do a quick look at the load of the trailer, the job, and I'm gonna wrap up. I wasn't planning on it, the guys wanted to, so once I get them what they need, I'm gonna break off and just keep in touch over the phone, probably check on them, but I do want to have some family time today. Live chat. I can't see that. Focusing on driving, sorry. I did look at the live video I did the other night, and I cannot see the chat from the live. If anyone's in here, if you could, let me know, once a live is over, have you been able to replay it and see the chat? Because I don't know what the difference is on my phone when I'm live versus the laptop, but I can't recall the live chat on the stream when it's a replay. Also, not sure if he's out here, but Drift, I think is the username, Drift something or another. He was the first one to comment on the live stream, or not the live stream, but the video I did in the Humvee yesterday about the gift card giveaway for the restaurant. So yep, he's gonna get it. Try to do some more giveaways later this fall, Thanksgiving Day giveaway. I'll check chat here in a minute when I get to where I'm going. So if anyone's got any questions, let me know. Put them in the chat and I'll check it when I get here, and keep this a shorter live. Somehow I have a tendency of lives to go like 30 minutes to an hour and a half, which is probably too long. Look at these bean fields. Switch, camera switch. Some of them are way drier than that. Some of them are actually looking like they're ready for harvest. Corn, not so much yet. But I'd say within 2 weeks we should be full on harvest here. Here, this bean field here, look at this one. So especially the bean fields, bean fields and corn fields, when they're running the combines through those have a mad amount of dust being kicked up. Got all the upper off. Not bad. Let's back us, turn around, back it in here in a minute. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you guys are roofing right now? Roofing here in northeast Pennsylvania? No roofing today? It's a pretty simple hip house garage section here. It's all 412, 512, so not very steep, pretty walkable. Stripping it all down, put it all back with Landmark Pro. Gutter, we got a small gutter repair off to the far end. So where's my finger? Back over on the lower northeast corner over there. Tree fell and smashed a couple sections, so we'll get that worked in after the roof is all done, but should get this all wrapped up today. Let's see if we got any comments in chat here. Nope, chat's pretty quiet. Anyone got any questions before we wrap the live? We're going to do a quick check of the trailer load here. Actually, I was pretty impressed on how it fit in here. It was, I wasn't sure if I was going to have to actually hand stack the third skid or fourth skid, but we got 3 full Certainty Landmark Pros, the 4th one down here with the accessory stuff, the ice and water, the Omni vent, ice. Where's my drip edge? Oh, we got it right down there. Cool. Switch this around. Trailer's holding it pretty good. 41 square shingles, then we got the little bit of accessory stuff there. Not bad. Still trying to gently break this one in. This was new in March or so. And then of course that, she's squat a little bit because all the excessive weight on the tongue here is F350. But it's probably not bottomed out by any means. Let's just see here. Oh, we still got some room in the bushing right there. My other truck that I just, it's not retired, but the one that's all logoed up you guys are used to seeing, I would put 22 square in it, and it would be squat pretty good, but wouldn't be bottomed out, only in a pinch. But this one, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I already got this gnarly little black mark right there. Now you guys are probably like, no, that's not bad. But when you throw the money into a new truck, it's just, it scares me. I'm like, I don't even like going up over the side. I don't like loading it, don't like putting stuff in it, and I'm gonna try not to. And another contractor's talking to it, Reese, he's like, come out and look at my truck. He's like, not but a year old maybe, and it was just annihilated in the back. So yeah, I'm gonna be kind of worried about that. Let's see, any questions here? Chat. You have a question? If you got a picture of that, send it to me on the Grand Roofing Facebook page, because you can send me pictures there and I'll try to see what you're talking about. Leo the construction guy, that name does sound a little familiar. How's it going? No free delivery. What do you mean no free delivery? VWAS Spy. Take the bed off. Well, I like to be able to throw sheets of OSB, cover sheets and everything in there. I like to still be able to haul stuff. I thought about getting a flatbed, but then I'd need a fork truck to load it at home and all that good stuff. Doing good. It's been a great year, Leo. Thank you. Hopefully winding down in the next couple of weeks, another two to 3 weeks, and winding down. Supply issues with Owen Corning products, so that's why we've got Landmark going for the last couple of weeks here. Place where you buy shit. Yeah, we do have free deliveries. Well, I mean, I guess there's no such thing as a free delivery. They're going to build it in somehow. No different than me picking this up for you. It cost me with a trailer, the truck, the plates, the title, the tires, and all that stuff, brake pads. So it's not necessarily free. But the problem was this was thrown in last night, yesterday afternoon, about 3-4 o'clock is when we decided to work this one in. And at the time, the suppliers were already booked out, so no. They do offer deliveries. We couldn't logistically say, hey, drop what you do and cancel those orders and get ours out. But it is what it is. I'm not going to try to work the rest of the day here. I'll show you the gutter we got to fix here. Look at the satellite graveyard here. There's probably four dishes on this house coming down. There's another one still up there because it was small. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the fourth one's still up there. When we do properties for investors, it's crazy. You can tell. I mean, not that this one was by any means. No, I know the people. But a lot of the times we'll show up to a home that's a rental for an investor. I'm not kidding. There's like 6 satellite dishes. Every time a tenant moves out, they get a new dish install. Another satellite dish. And unfortunately, the guys installing them, simplest solution is right up onto the edge of the roof. Don't do that. Alright, yeah, we're getting ready to start tearing on the lower bottom here. I need to get ready to go. Oh, the gutter. Satellite gravy. Yep, it's terrible. I hate satellite dishes. They're the worst thing ever on a roof. Right here, somewhere a tree, I don't know which one, fell and hit the corner of their gutter right here, which is pretty new. So we've got it quoted to take off the miter here down to that corner, and so these 2 sections will be coming off, being redone after we get done. It's the stupidest thing ever. Good for internet, stupid for TV. Yes, I am a Starlink fan. Just can't get it yet. I thought about getting the mobile version for the truck, so you guys don't have to have these slow uploads, no uploads, jittery disconnecting connections and all that stuff. Let's see, I'm gonna check chat one more time and then move the truck trailer over here. What we got? Anyone? The lower part, you talking about the bay window back there? take a picture of where the garage meets the sidewall. As far as like how it looks, I'm trying to scroll through the chat here real quick. Talking about more specifically on that side over there where the bay window has a little valley area. Maybe we'll come back and do another wrap-up video when it's all said and done. I do need to get going. I was not supposed to be working today, so I'm kind of reneging on what I was going to try to do with my family. Come on. I've said this probably every live stream. I really wish YouTube engineers, software developers would allow an option for chat to just stay on the screen. I hate it when it disappears. Well, let's just go up there real quick. We'll wrap up within 20 minutes. The side where the bay is, or the other side where the porch is? Or just check them both real quick. There's a cupola there, it's gone. We're doing away with it. Putting ridge vent on. So this side here, all their siding is pretty new too. This will be fun trying to get up under this. The good thing is there's like a 3.5, 4 foot overhang. So probably a good chance of very little, if ever, any weather hitting the side here with wind-driven rain. Something I am gonna do though, when I was here this morning, double checking this side, I noticed some siding flapping extremely loose. And I was kind of blown away at this, of how loose this stuff is. The nail flanges even. So right here is just a little piece. Let me pop this out real quick to show you. I told him I'd take care of it. So this should be nailed off. There should be a finish strip. So this is soldier core. So I'm not a siding guy, so my terminology may be wrong, but I've done vinyl siding personally myself. When you're running it up and you get your last piece up here, there's a finish strip, which is like a little turned down hem piece. And imagine this being your cut top part of your siding. There's a tool called a snap lock tool, it's what I call it. You'll punch it periodically and it puts a tab out. When you shove that up, it clicks in and locks in. In my opinion, it should have it here. Definitely not just setting in here like this. Furthermore, where are the nails? This entire flange. Oh, hey, we have one nail at the bottom down here. And then this is a nail flange right here, which is loose, nail down here. Loose. This is all loose. There's probably 2 nails in these panels, so I'm kind of blown away. Huh, well that's odd. Oh, okay, it's right here. There's the end, and they cut it right here. But yeah, I told him I'd pop these few out. I'm not doing this now. I'm going to do it when I do my final check. But I'll take these 4 or 5 pieces out, make sure it's nailed off. And I don't know what color, what brand or anything. So snap lock I probably won't find. Any guys in here a siding guy? Let me know. If you're running soldier course, do you still put a snap lock finishing strip on your corner or your last finish cut piece? It would make sense to, I would think, because really the only thing you're relying on is this locking hem right here. But really nothing hard about this property. Check out this other side in the window here. So it's got a small little valley transition into the bay window, which comes around like 4 foot, 6 foot pieces coming around. And then, sorry, right down to the corner here. Now, I will point out something for any new people that are in the roofing, install guys or whatever. When you're coming up and you're flashing this, due to the angle, typically when you're running a shingle, most any shingle you have now is going to be about a 5 or 5/8 reveal up to this part here, so where this next shingle crosses over. typically the standard flashing you're going to use when it comes to step flashing is going to go down your next shingle. Well, that's fine up a vertical wall, but when you have a weird angle like this, because that piece of flashing is now coming at an angle, you might need to, depending upon how it breaks, one, your bottom piece of flashing, which would be like this, you know, as you're looking at it, is now going to be hanging down, coming out at a 90-degree angle off of this wall here. So if you keep it up high so that point isn't showing, you're actually too high where it needs to be. You'll need to cut that, snip it, fold it under or something so that piece of flashing can come down. But because it's taking up too much, you know, space at an angle now, you're going to need to double stack your flashing. So just be aware, I've seen a lot of guys and done inspections over the years where they'll just put one piece and put a shingle, but they're actually not lapping correctly, or they're just careless on where they break. So whenever you have a wall that kind of changes angles in relation to the shingles and the way the shingles run up, you need to make sure you double stack those. Or you can be like I've seen, we did a roof a few months back, one of my previous inspection videos, I think it was last fall. They had a bay window much smaller than this, but they literally ran the bigger section and just ran down this side, which is an absolute no-no because water will run down those lips and run in where they're not supposed to. You always need to run your shingles parallel with the bottom eaves up, and then anytime you change facets, you need to run hip and ridge. Or if it terminates into a wall, it runs some flashing there. We'll still be able to get up under this. It's going to be tight and hard. They have an old piece of flashing, and then there still is step flashing up under there. Excuse me, coming around. Oh, you're good. No, you better. Set the phone down real quick. We'll look at this top, and I'll be out of here. Had to jump. Plywood. Nice. You don't come across homes with plywood in the area very much. We're going to do a little different on this. So we're going to yank all this, replace all the flashing on the walls. This is a thin, like cultured stone. It's not real. It's just like molded and colored. So you really can't grind this like we would do with a standard brick. So what we're going to do is replace the flashing, try to keep a nice clean tar line on this. I've seen over the years some people try to prime it and use like a rubber flashing. I don't think that holds up as good. You know, if you are ever going to use a tar, absolutely make sure you've got the fiber mesh. You can see the mesh in there, it reinforces it, so it's not going to just chip, flake, and break away as easy. It still will over time, but really it's the best and only option unless you're redoing your chimney. Now the back side, got rubber, not really the best. Today what we're going to do is put a piece of coil stock in down here over this area here. Don't ever, when you have a valley that terminates into a wall like this and you need to flash it, a cricket, use regular step flash, because your shingles, you really do not want to nail in those areas up in here. So what we do when you come up, you get to where you're ready to start extending this down, you're going to take a large piece of coil stock as your first piece of flashing. You know, whatever you need to come up and across, you're going to put that in so it dumps out over, seal under it for any water wicking back up under. Make sure your ice and water in the valley actually comes down on top of your first piece. You're going to run a few shingles in. Once you're ready to transition, you're out of the area where you can successfully nail it, you're going to transition to step flash. What we're going to do after the job is done, sometime next week I'll come in. I'm actually going to redo this side of the chimney here with something. Probably a piece of metal to cover it. It's really not a lot of lip to do. Vinyl. I mean, it's got some stuff that needs to be done to it. It's got like a limestone block cap, some tar, metal comes down. But I'm not going to want to rely on just this stuff here over the course of the life. So that'll be redone. Here's another dish right here. It's the fourth one I was talking about. Yes, my friend, you're going to end up in the graveyard. Actually, the owner said he's got a scrap guy that he's going to try to keep all this. So any metal we're not going to take, we're not going to pay to go to the dump. If the guys don't want it for a little snack, lunch money or something, we're going to leave it all for him because he said he's got a scrap guy. So maybe one day it'll be melted down and end up back in some car or something. What's up, Andrew? How you doing? Kid. Oh, I missed some chat in here. It's a wall where flashing's coming down. If it's just going to go down the wall and not into the gutter, it's just a little piece of flashing that kicks the water over a little bit. It's not much. Is that what you're talking about? When I say kick out, that's what I'm referring to. You know, I can tell you, this is the second time this year I've got to wear a polo shirt, and it's actually nice when I'm not planning on getting that dirty. But the first day I had it on, I did get a little dirtier than I was expecting to. Got super sweaty. Had a minor injury. 2 injuries that day. I wouldn't call that an injury, but definitely not fun to work on a roof when you're wearing shorts. It did not take but a quick pass or two, and it scuffed me up pretty good. It's one of those ones that's irritating. But the other thing, I was getting off a ladder, and the last connection of the telescoping ladder wasn't quite locked in, and it came down. And my instinct was, if I try to ride this out or salvage this, my foot's gonna go in the ladder rung, and I'm gonna go head first backwards. So I jumped, just like a... And it was all fine and dandy until that sudden stop at the bottom. Didn't feel too good. It was luckily on grass. It was only about 10, 11 feet up. A little tingling at the ankles, but I'm good. We're all good. After 22 years of roofing, never any major issues. My worst injury on the job in 22 years of roofing was a granule. I was cutting a gable end and it's a windy day and it blew up in my eye. Screwed up my eye and I had to go to Med Express. Ooh, I can zoom? Wow, I didn't know that on YouTube. Trying to bring chat up, scroll. Guess I found out you can zoom. So they ended up putting, quit that, sorry. Try to get this lens back out. What is going on? There we go. Just not going to touch my screen. So they took this little like contact looking deal with an IV tube to it. So they ran a dime eye, saw it was all scratched up. They could see the granules, so they needed to flush my eye. Never used contacts. I'm not a contact guy, no glasses. And they put this contact looking deal, hooked a IV line with saline up to it, and just flushed my eye, water squirting out everywhere. Did not feel good. But I tell you, a burned eye, it does not feel good, or a scratched eye does not feel good. 26 minutes, we're long. I'm getting ready to get out of here. How much do I pay the new guy making rooftop videos? What do you mean? Like if you're paying a guy to make a video? I don't know, I don't pay myself anything to make these. Safety glasses, yeah, I know, but sorry, the sun's battered. I'm gonna get back down to the shade here. I know I should probably wear safety glasses more often. When it comes to actually grinding a brick wall, definitely wear sunglasses or safety glasses because I don't like the dust in my eyes. Plus, I always wear a respirator when I do that. But as far as just wearing safety glasses, I don't like the feel of glasses around my ears all the time. Appreciate that, kid. Andrew, who else was that there? Leo, Kid, B-Walks, Midman, Middy-Man, appreciate it. Good to see you, good to hear from you. Oh, hey, Mr. Gerard, okay. I didn't read that first part there. Yeah, I hate wearing the respirators too, but when you're in an attic, especially with cellulose or grinding brick, I can tell you, I do like the respirator at that point. But all right, guys, I got to get ready to get home. So appreciate you watching this long. Appreciate the thumbs up if you gave it. Appreciate the continued support. And as always, until next time, be safe, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll try to put a video out today too, so keep an eye on the channel. I got a few videos starting to back up a little bit. All right, appreciate it, guys. Until next time, be safe. We'll see you then, and have a great weekend.